Welcome back to the Olga S Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? What's up? Hey, I want to thank everybody already. The people have already been getting some merch. You know I need your help, but seriously, let me just tell you, when you wear one of my shirts that says "How you doing" on it, I'm going to share that with you in a second. But it's always a conversation piece, to say the least. People will literally, your life will change. You'll never just do your errands normally ever again. It's going to be your go-to, your favorite freaking t-shirt. I'm telling you, no matter where you're at, that's a guarantee. And you're supporting me, my work, my channel, because I know I have to keep saying it, because you know what? Maybe because of those of you that are regulars. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, awesome to have you. And if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. So, I got nothing but love and humor over here. So sometimes I'm rough and sometimes I am sweet, nicer. I don't know, whatever adjective you want to give it. But for those who know me, they know I'm fierce. And I think people just see the blonde hair and eyelashes, right? And my giggly ass. And they don't even look into who am I. So we're going to be getting into that. You're going to get a lot of flares, different flares today. But I want to make it very evident because, but I know, sound even like I'm ranting, rumbling. I'm like, okay, do I go in order? Did you guys see? Because I posted kind of like what I'm going to be covering today. But then when I looked on my other phone with in my other channel where I'm subscribed to and it shows up, then I'm like looking and I'm like, it didn't show up. And I'm like, see, people are probably not even getting. They're just not in the now. They're not feeling like, what's she doing? What is she going to talk about? Right? I'm trying to get there with you. But I cannot control technology, but I can control my reaction. And so can you. So I can't tell you. I mean, I think a lot of you, especially those who watch me regularly or know me well, like you've watched enough of me, enough of my content, or maybe looked into me, researched me, my website, that, right? I feel like, it's pretty clear. It's pretty simple. But most people don't do that. And they leave comments. And for those of you who do watch me and know me more, I don't really think you guys spend any time in the comments as far as reading other people's comments, because I don't see any of you of the names that I'm used to seeing, also even with the moderators in the live chat. And so I'm just like, okay, how am I going to rebuttal somebody who didn't even do the work to find out who I am? Some of the comments I was getting, and one of the last videos that I posted was a clip from the live stream I had with Chrissy Mayer about the whole Tom McDonald and the fact that, and it wasn't about Tom McDonald as much as what we go through as content creators with copyright. And of course, I can get upset like all the other content creators. They get upset and they tell you to go F yourself. And you know me, it's not that I have a problem dropping an F-bomb, but I'm going to save them for when I really want to get them out there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't F-bomb the fuck out of you. Because remember, no matter what I do for a living, no matter what is in the background or me writing a book and what are my expertise, relationships, which we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to talk about a couple things that I saw that I'm like, this is just so foul. And we need to change the wave, okay? But remember, I didn't want to do the typical life coach, life strategist stuff that everyone else is doing. These experts online, selling you shit. I didn't. That's why I started this channel. So, and the only way I can sustain this, unless I go right back to my, full-time job, which I can't be doing this if I'm over there. So my point by that is that I need your support. YouTube does not pay me. Tom McDonald doesn't pay me. I have yet. I didn't even reach in 2 years how many reactions I've done. At least 20. There's a whole playlist of it. Think about the days, the hours, the time. Not even $20 from YouTube. Whether I get copyright strike or get stroking for a second. It takes 3 days to, oh yeah, sorry. And then sharing. Now it's pretty consistent. Once I've done more than, 3 or 4 of Tom McDonald's reaction videos, they have gotten, usually they don't give me a problem, but she shares the revenue, which it makes sense. But I'll dare anybody to guess how much I made after 2 years of hours and hours and week after week. I've slowed down because of the fact that this was taken away and I was losing money. Literally. And I didn't complain. I was still there. But then, I got frustrated. And those of you who have become a member here on YouTube, over on Locals, you've heard it. And if you don't, go check it out, guys. Go scroll down. I don't know if the title says it, like, here I am telling you, the facts behind the scene, because I don't want to bore you, or I don't want to give you a headache or sound like we're having a bitch session over here. But you know what? It's the people that are actually leaving these ignorant comments. When I mean by ignorant, I mean lack of knowledge. You can't get to me. You can be as mean as you want. You won't affect me. No, I'm definitely like a duck. It just goes right off my back. Like you do not hurt my feelings. Try as you might. You will never hurt me. You get that? But because I'm here to serve, I'm reading your comments so that we can help each other out. Like, hey, what do you like? What makes you feel good? What makes you smile? A sense of community. That's my biggest thing, right? Community. If you don't know, that's been basically my whole life. PR, networking events, coaching, training, getting people together. Okay? Getting people to get along. So I'm never going to spend my time, commenting on stupid, ignorant comments. Don't waste your time. And I'm not going to delete you because I got nothing to hide. You cannot hurt me. Now, granted, if you report me and you better cover your ass real good, because I will come after you illegally. Because there's no reason to be mean, right? Just change the channel. Just go somewhere else. But I haven't even made $20. You know who's paid for any money that I've made? You have. Your super chats, your membership, your support, your donation, your coffees. You have. And I didn't even get to $1,000 in 2 years. Have I already said this? Sorry, I don't mean to ruin your day or be repetitive, but shit's got to get out there. Like, I just love that. Either, like I said, my regulars aren't reading these comments. They don't have time. They're not in the mood. I totally get it, man. Your time is precious. But at the same time, I feel like nobody's standing up to say, hey, like, anybody who knows just this much about me, who even takes this much of a second to look at, why is she saying this about Tom McDonald? It's like, as soon as you say something bad about somebody that they're a fan of, right? Could be like a Swiftie for Taylor Swift. I get it. But how dare you? Like, you need to have proof that I'm making money. Like I am, because so here's the thing that I keep seeing that's being implied. Not just to me, I see it in other channels. I see it on Twitter. I see it everywhere, aka, X, aka Twitter. And what do I see? I see a lot of them acting like we, the commentators, reaction channels. FYI, I'm not a reaction channel. I just happen to do reaction videos. Do you understand that? I react to everything. And I specifically like to react to content that's worthy, like that it elevates humanity, helps them mentally, spiritually. You get me? I don't need to do it just to watch and be like, Most reactors are reacting fake, by the way. But that's what you want. That's apparently what you really want. You want fake. You want somebody to react to somebody you like, and if they react the way you like it, I mean, it's just so stupid. This is not what I do, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies. I react, period. I give my insight, my intuition, okay? My perspective. That's it. Now, if it's entertaining to you, you enjoy it, or you happen to agree with my perspective, that's awesome. If you don't, that's good too. You're not supposed to. How boring would life be if we all like the same fucking flavor? That's the only fucking ice cream flavor in the store. One, I don't think so. Right? So, with that being said, let's make it very clear. Especially after, a month and a half ago, the video still blocked. And then I made it for members because the few that were, not the few, but I was getting some good traction. But people were just crazy about, like, you skipped the best parts. Like, irrelevant. You're not paying me. How dare you talk to me like I'm getting paid? Like I'm not, I don't work for you. You're supposed to, like, with like a server, like a waitress that, she serves you if you want to tip her because you liked what she did. But can you imagine, especially in countries like America, where they really, their livelihood depends on the tips, whether you tip them 20% or 15%, all these other channels of millions of people following, paying for a lot of money in memberships for people that really just give you the same show, telling you that it's a different show than mainstream media, but they're following the exact same footsteps. Because once you get that money, once you get that feeling of security, you don't want to lose it, and they'll do anything for it. They will lie. They will fake. They will do anything for it. So as far as reaction videos, I just had one reaction request. I had a few, and I only pay attention to those who are members or buy me a coffee, donate, support me in any way. Anyway, it's a form of gratitude, to say the least. So I noticed that somebody was a new member, and they requested that I do a reaction to The Machine from Tom McDonald. So I wasn't sure if I was going to do it today, but it's on the list. It's definitely going to be the next one I do. But then Tom just dropped one, half hour ago? 45 minutes ago? I wanted to do it, but why? I don't get anything for it at all. Like, even if you guys tell me, oh, you did a great job, or I really enjoyed it, that's really great. And your likes and subscriptions, your comments help the algorithm for other people to find me. But how long do I go where if I don't get appreciated and the numbers don't do shit for me? Like the subscription, not the subscriptions. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let me take that back. Obviously, you know that the likes and the comments, you subscribing to the channel, that helps the algorithm, helps other people find me. So that's the least you can do if you like my content or you want me to keep coming back. Not just the least, it's like, it's greatly appreciated. And why not, right? If you enjoy the content, obviously. If you don't, don't. I don't want you to come around if you don't enjoy it, right? But when it comes to making the time and not being able to afford this without your help, that's a fact. So sorry to burst your bubble. There's nobody else supporting me. Like, I don't have anybody, no partnerships, no sponsors, nothing. It's just me. And so I got to do what I got to do to take care of myself, to pay for the cost of everything. So consider, if you want me to do a reaction, it's funny because one of the comments that I got, which I don't think English was their first language, by the way the comment was written. And they were like, they gave me this huge list of recommendations, requests of this artist, blah, blah, blah. And it happens all the time. And I've said it so many ways, so many times, posted it so many ways, so many times about how to get your reaction requests to come true. And most of the times, nobody's listening, paying attention, reading, or they just don't take the time, whatever it is. That's where we're at, right? And I respond to them with a post that I posted in the community post yesterday of, hey, I will not do reaction requests because I feel horrible that you guys demand and don't appreciate. Not every single one of you, clearly. But until I feel appreciated, if you really want me to do it, you'll show me. You really want me to do it, you'll say, hey, Olga, I became a member. Like, here's a coffee. It's very simple. I don't think it's very difficult. So this person in their comment, I responded with literally copy and pasting what I had posted in the community, because I will not do another reaction unless somebody shows me by supporting me that they really want me to do it. Then I'll do it. I don't even have a threshold. It's not like you have to spend 5 coffees. No. Just any amount. Okay. You get me? Because this is about self-worth. And then it's also taken away the thing that you should love the most is an authentic, real live reaction. When I'm on autopilot, I'm responding to everyone like I'm a monkey in a circus. You see what I'm saying? What happens with these circus animals? They get used up, burned out. The luster, the light in their eyes flickers. You get that? Because then you become a slave. So for both of us, if we want real, good, honest, authentic content, reactions, show the love, baby. Show the love, because I show up. I show up. I've never not showed up when you guys have been there for me. So Let's talk about the news. Okay, first of all, well, thanks for hearing me out. And again, thank you for all your love and support. I'm going to do a restream because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today, share with you guys, get your input as well. Pick my brain. But I know that it's not fit for the YouTube audience. And although Twitter is not as bad, that's why we're gonna do a re-stream over on Locals. I posted the link in the live chat. The link is also in the description below. And if you're happy to see me, smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's Friday, like, how you doing? So, just in case you don't know who you're messing with. No. Right before I get into the news. I always do this. I go check the other channels, see how they're doing, and then I forget to mute them. Okay. It's Friday after all. Let's have a good time. And we're getting the party started now. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. How long did I go? Wow, that was an intro for you. And of course, for one of the first things I like to say right in the beginning for everyone that wants to know like what's going on, timestamps. I'll provide them later as soon as I can after the live stream. Obviously, feel free to do it yourself as well. But yeah, don't forget, there's always timestamps. Look stuff up. Know that I got my merch. I added some new stuff to the merch, like different colors and stuff. And check this out, because the sale started yesterday, and that'll be going until the 15th. Taking advantage of the free shipping. I got nothing to do with that. That's like the company where I put the orders. Anyway, you get it. Check it out. And again, I would love for you to wear whatever you buy, or like if you get a coffee mug, take a picture, send it to me, tag me. That would be awesome. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you have something you want me to talk about or get my insight on, anything. But there's something about, that podcast called Fresh and Fit. Look, I used to follow them. Remember when I was doing a series of To Be a Man, which I'm not over with. I just haven't done one. I'm working on it. That's next in line. But this came up on Twitter, so we're just going to do a Twitter dive. We're going to do a little Twitter dive. And let me triple check what I had posted that I was going to talk about, just so I can. Because the restream, I just, for political reasons, I don't need people to come after me. But I'm going to tell you what I really think is going on and what's going to happen. Yep. And for some of you, it might be good news. And for others of you, when I tell you my prediction, you might be like, what? But I actually think that you'll be very surprised with my prediction. And as scary as things might seem and look. See. Let me. I won't say it here. I got to say it on Locals. I'll say it on Locals. All right. So the reaction video announcement was only supposed to take me like a minute, but obviously I just went, meh, and I told you everything. But, yeah, like, let me know if you want me to react, make it known. When you guys super chat me, you make it known and it gets done. But, so let's talk about what's trending on Twitter today. A little Eclipse update. There was a ton of videos. Anybody seen them? I'm going to point out at least one of them today. And like I said, and we can re-stream and go deeper and harder in a good way over on Locals right after this stream around 1:45. All right, let's start with who knows. I'm like, how did I not know this? Either I'm drawing a blank and I don't remember this news because this is news to me. Breaking. Nicole Mew has been found guilty. Am I even saying Nicolae or something? I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. Forgive me. English is my third language. In this Apple River stabbing trial, I kind of vaguely remember it, but I never went down. I don't know why. I never followed it. And usually I like to follow these kind of things like Kyle Rittenhouse and, George Floyd, all these. This one, or even like, hello, that was another one that was trending today was Casey Anthony. And I'm like, I really don't care. But obviously it was going along with the whole OJ because, hey, OJ went to the other side. And I'm not going to say, I pray for everybody. All my enemies, I pray for everybody. But I don't think that man is RIP. How about that? That's me saying it very nicely. If you get my drift. If you don't get my drift, then we don't, you know what I mean? Then maybe you just can't hang with me. Like, you got to be able to hang with me. All right? So what's up with this, guys? Any comments? So he's been found guilty in the Apple River stabbing trial. So I'm like, after 7 days of testimony, more than 40 witnesses, a jury found Mew, 54, guilty in his trial, which began on April 1st. Like I said, I had no clue about this. Anyone? Let me know in the comments. Mew was initially charged with first-degree intentional homicide and multiple counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. So I'm like, okay, these are all these charges. I'm like, this sounds a little ridiculous. But again, that's just me, my instinct, right? I don't know shit. So I start playing. I'm like,
did Mr. Mew commit the crime?
And then I remember kind of like this video, but I don't know why I never like watched it. I don't know how. Like it literally, like when they say fell through the cracks. So I can't really speak about this, but I wanted to talk about it because I want you guys to tell me what you know, what you think. Because I'm going to have to really
Isaac Schumann.
See how many videos I can get my hands on to give me different angles to really get a good feel for and to give you my honest perspective. Because I feel like actually OJ was probably the moment that you knew for sure that justice didn't exist anymore, and that it was always going to be that it was all about money, and fame. And so from in the 90s, I was like, we are so, not that it was ever perfect before, but like now, yeah, definitely. Then, not to skip around, but we're gonna get into, all right, say briefly what's going on with Antarctica. That was kind of trending on X. Did you guys look into that? Anybody see this? Antarctica swell plot thickens. Okay. The same phenomenon. I'm just want to make sure you guys can see what I see. Yeah. The same phenomenon witnesses yesterday also occurred in February 21st with what is wrong with me? Indictions of waves. Is that right? I don't know if it's right. Of waves exceeding 50 feet. What on earth are they doing in Antarctica? And if you know me, you know how I feel about what they're doing in Antarctica, and it ain't right. And that's just me saying it nicely. Because again, I love all these experts that don't want to really get political. It's like, this is not political. Who made these people decide who can go down there? Who? Who is anybody on this earth to tell you where you can go? If it's not the creator. Okay. Look at this. So I kind of went down, and I remember this whistleblower, guys. Remember this guy?
Every single door. I physically held a key that opened every single door.
Earthquakes and how they can make earthquakes. Again, this is not conspiracy, people. Don't even go there. These are facts. But it's okay. Let's just look the other way. Watch another Netflix.
or in the facility. I had complete access to every compartment they manufactured.
What are you blowing the whistle on?
That there are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider that exist on this planet. Directed energy weapon systems is something that people need to get into their vocabulary fast. The Ice Cube neutrino detector is not simply a passive listening device as presented for the science that they're claiming it to do. It also has the capacity to transmit. There are embedded in the ice what are called digital optical modules, DOMs. They're about the size of a basketball. The array embedded in the ice is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It is the world's largest telescope. And now, because we have proven that it can transmit, it's the world's largest directed energy weapons system. It is responsible for the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. I physically held a key that opened every single door in the facility. I had complete access to every compartment they manufactured.
What are you blowing the whistle on?
That there are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider.
There we go. Who hasn't already seen that, right? The truth always comes out. We know that. So I'm celebrating that these truths are coming out. I'm not worried at all. Then to get even more, that's not that weird. And this is not that, should be that surprising, but you might find this other little tweet post on X a little surprising. Who knows about those metal detectors that people used to use? I think they still use to find, treasures on the beach. Okay, those metal detectors, check this out. Why is this guy triggering metal detectors? It says. I'm not an expert on metal detectors, but is that normal? No, energy in the air is normal, for sure. I've got questions, though. How do they all get together? What, do they have like a metal detector annual party or something like that, or convention? I'm curious about that. I got a couple questions here. And we're really not hearing what they're saying. So, anybody got more info on that? Let me know. And then an update over the eclipse. Who has not, specifically, I've seen a lot more info and videos on TikTok. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't go on TikTok, but everything I was telling her about that I was seeing on TikTok, she was seeing on Facebook." So it seems like this type of content was running more on Facebook and TikTok versus X. X was hit or miss. It's like people didn't really go down the rabbit hole. This video I saw on TikTok, I think it was yesterday, but I saw it again today that somebody posted on Twitter, and I said, you know what? That was one of the good ones. That was very interesting, the way how she went down the rabbit hole. Not rabbit hole. How she shows you. Okay, you know what? Let her tell you. Let's see. Here we go.
In order to make a video. This is purely for entertainment purposes only. All things stated here are speculation. We're just goofing around. Let's go. No, this one is big. In fact, out of all the videos I have ever made, this by far will be the biggest. Whew. Hang on to your britches, boys and girls, because this is about to, get real and real fast. It's a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky. The sun is shining. What if I were to tell you the sun that is shining right now, my friends, is our biggest problem? Because that sun out there, that is not our sun. Hold on. For the past few weeks before the eclipse, something in me has been saying, this is not right. Something is off. This is not a natural occurrence. I cannot count how many times I prayed to God asking him, Yahweh, is this you, this eclipse, or is this some sinister scheme that Satan has devised and had man carry out? Saturday night, we were in Boise celebrating my son's birthday at a restaurant when I went to the restroom. And when I go to the bathroom, that's when I tend to pray. And I did. I prayed to God again about the eclipse on Saturday night. As I was leaving the restaurant bathroom, as I stepped into the hallway, something, my Holy Spirit said, kiddo, look down. Y'all, when I looked down, I saw a tile floor beneath my feet, but it was as if it was amplified. And that tile floor had a geometric shape. It was hexagons. I'll come back to that. Y'all, I'm actually shaking. My knees are shaking. Hold on. But there's been another thing that has been gnawing and nagging at me too over the past few weeks. One verse from the Bible. Y'all, I cannot get it out of my head. And although the verse I'm thinking of is in Matthew 24, this morning when I was getting ready and I asked God something and I actually did something, I went to my Bible for confirmation and I opened right up to Thessalonians. And when my eyes hit that page, that line, I about shot up off of my chair. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means. Exactly what I was praying about, just a different book. Well, same Bible, different book in the Bible. Oh, I just love God. Because then I was about to look for Matthew 24, open my book, right to it, because that's God. That's my God. That's my Yahweh. That's how we roll. Now, keep in mind, guys, this was right after the apostles asked Jesus, what will the signs be when you come back? Y'all, this is by far, hands down, in my opinion, the verse that gets overlooked the most. It does not get the credit that it is due. And guys, we have to keep in mind when his apostles asked him, what are the signs, Yeshua? What will they know to look for when you come back? This is literally hands down the first thing out of his mouth. In my opinion, in my book, that means that's probably the most important line out of all of the signs he gives. Matthew 24:4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Do we remember, guys, in your school of Nicolae, what the Hebrew word for deceive is? Also the word for beguile? Yeah, that's NASA. The Hebrew word for deceive is NASA. Take heed that no man NASA you. Guys, NASA is a farce. There is a firmament above us, an impenetrable dome that separates the waters above from the waters below. There is no getting out. There is no getting in. And if some...
I'm going to pause it for a second because I want to know who has a problem with that. Remember when I was on the show with Chrissy? She's like, are you a flat earther? I forget it was on her show or my show. No, it was on my show. Anyway, and I'm like, absolutely 100%. 100%. I mean, like, it's so much easier to prove it than to prove that we're on a ball spinning a million miles with water that stays around the ball because some nucleus that has this so-called gravity. Stop. But when it comes to the Bible, I got to choose between crazy scientists, tyrannical governments that are controlling our information. Hey, I don't think you can go wrong with the flat earth. But what do you guys think about just that piece of information before I continue forward about the flat earth? And I think so many people are so turned off by these people that have really given flat earthers a bad name because they're like, they sound fucking off their rocket. Like they're just fucking nuts. It's like a cult. Stop thinking that every flat earther is those people. Okay. It's like you're judging the majority for a few. Like not all people from a certain color or a certain country all act the same way. You know what I mean? Okay. Come on. Let's grow up here. Just being honest. The truth. All right, let's continue.
Somebody manages like Elon Musk has been trying for so long. Trust and believe that man is a genius. He knows what's above that firmament. He knows there's a firmament there. If somebody was ever successful in penetrating that firmament, we would be flooded. And the sun and the moon are firmly placed in the firmament. But my friends, that sun outside of my window and yours, I hate to tell you, that sun is not our sun. As lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even to the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from great heights, from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Y'all, do you realize when the eclipse occurred, it went immediately through Eagle Pass Landing in Texas, where the eagles gather? The sun.
I mean, see, when people do this, I do the same thing. When you go doing your research or you're trying to figure out answers and you start seeing these, how can you deny this? You don't have to be religious or a Christian to not deny how things that have been written so long ago and where it all matches. And I know it's crazy, right? Because even in the movies, you'll have this guy, right, standing on the street with signs and on the corner from like, whether it's a movie from like the 16th century, 17th, 18th century, right? 19th century. And it's always like, it's a world, we're coming to the end. You know, the end of times is happening right now. But no, nothing has ever like this. And especially since we have the internet. But then again, the Bible, talk about the greatest piece of information that's lasted throughout time.
It shall be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. We saw some very cryptic, eerie, and sinister videos since the eclipse, during the eclipse, that people had taken. And one of them, my friends, it gave me more than shivers. It gave me answers that I've been so desperately looking for. What if I were to tell you that that artificial sun that is right there, that you're seeing out your window, is hiding something behind it? Did you see my video during the eclipse day where I got onto my sky view and I was really confused?
I did see that.
According to sky view, the moon itself was behind the sun just after the eclipse.
Yeah, I recommend you guys go see that one too.
Because especially on an
It's
eclipse
Auntie
day,
Colette.
math here, my friends, just is not mathing. You have the sun, the moon, and what they're trying to tell us is Mercury. But y'all, I have been using Skyview for years.
So have I.
A decade. I don't know, and I can tell you one thing's for sure. Mercury, because I'm a Gemini, it's always been, but no longer is, always red. Red in the Skyview app, not this almost black. My friends, what you're seeing here is the artificial sun, the moon, and our sun, which is the black sun right now. And our
Dun 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 dun. What do you guys think?
sun that is being hidden by this artificial sun is still stuck in the eclipse. As you can see, the moon is in front of the sun. Y'all, we are in the 3 days of darkness. We just don't know it because, well, we have been NASA'd by man, deceived. That artificial sun that is giving off, well, what we all just assume was sunlight, is hiding the truth of 3 days of darkness that we are now and currently in. Because that sun, our real sun, is still stuck in an eclipse. Our sun is black as sackcloth, and our moon is not giving its light. And that sun that you're looking at today isn't our sun at all. So I kept seeing these geometric signs, these hexagons. And even this morning, when I got this discernment about our sun, I was in the shower. I said, Abba, what is it? What am I feeling? Something is off. He said, my child, look down. And I did again. And there it was, my round metal shower drain with squares all around it, much like the hexagon pattern I saw in the hall. I went outside and I took a video of my sun, our sun, your sun. That's not our sun. I took a picture, a video of that globe up there that's burning bright.
I know it sounds, what do you guys think? Do you think she's lost it? Or what do you think? Seriously. And if you have any other comeback or links, I'm looking in the comments, post it. I'm totally there. Let's do it.
That exists.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Oh, oops.
The imposter that is not our real sun. And y'all, when I tell you, I'm shook. No, I'm shook. But before I show you that, I want to show you this video from the eclipse. The one that gave me the answers I needed. The one that left everybody, I'm assuming especially the person taking the video, completely in shock, awe, and utterly confused. This was directly during the eclipse, and the moon is now moving away.
I saw that video too, by the way, guys. And I literally watched it like 50 times to make sure, like, no. See, we're in an era that now everything can be fake and lie. And that's exactly what you do. When you make everybody question everything, that's how the dark, the manipulators, the psychopaths control us. So we really need to have a consensus on what is real without dismissing people that they're crazy. You get what I'm saying? More than ever, the discernment has to be there. Critical thinking. It makes no sense, right? How's it coming from behind?
That's right. You guys just saw that with your own eyes. Directly after the total eclipse, that moon, or whatever it was, moved away from the sun and slid behind it. Yo, it wrapped around and slid behind it.
And the thing is, we have the technology to fake shit like that. Do you understand? And why would they do that? Would they really do it to confuse us more? No. They're just doing it in plain sight. And we have to find out, like, that whether we're being lied to or not. They know they're going to convince you that you're crazy. But if you don't know the technology, please take some time to look up these technologies. They've been around for a lot longer than you think. Like, I'm talking, you can go to the 50s, okay? Who doesn't know at this point about the gun that creates heart attacks that they had a hearing about in the 50s? I think late 50s, early 60s. I mean, we just go on and on. Like, enough of this shit. Like direct energy weapons, right? Like, enough with this. Could it be? I know it's so crazy to think that a government would do this, or that governments are even together on it. But that's what they spend their whole life doing. Where you and I, we work, raise families, are part of communities, trying to make everything sustainable, have drinking water, food. But now look at it, everything's poisoned. Before you could go organic, go local, everything. We are under attack because there's nowhere to go now. So instead of everybody throwing the towel, it's time to open your mind and let's get together. We, the people, we getting together, we're our closest community, even this online community, and making a difference, not just talking about it. If we stick together, that alone will make a difference. We'll stand up. We'll call them out. Okay, let me let her finish.
It was like the moon had social anxiety. All the attention from the eclipse for the moon was just too much. He's like, peace out, I'm dipping behind you. Which would explain why my sky view showed the sun in front of the moon after the eclipse. That is the artificial sun. Guys, this morning I woke up with the strongest discernment. Something about the sun is not real. So I went out and I took a video. I prayed, and like I said, I went to the Bible, but I was running late for an appointment. As I was there, I'm like, oh, I need to check out my videos. Oh, guys, what I found, I'm shook. I'm so glad I took screenshots of the video. This is my backyard. Here's the sun, and here's that ominous globe that we always get when we do videos, which is literally just a reflection of the sun that floats around, but it's a reflection of the exact sun. Imagine my shock and surprise when I zoomed in on it and I found this. Yeah, those are some whole-ass geometric patterns. That is the reflection of that sun. As I was getting my nails done, I asked my niece, I'm going to zip back out and take some more pictures of the sun. Do you mind? She said, no, I'm curious now too. Check it out. Bible prophecies are unfolding right before our eyes. The sun is black as sackcloth. The moon is not giving its light. We are still in a form of an eclipse. They don't want us to know because CERN harnesses the powers of the eclipse to open the key to the bottomless pit.
Who did not, the whole CERN thing, who did not see, I also spoke to a friend of mine about what she thought about those things that were flying through the sky did anyone figure out that they actually, I'll finish playing this clip in a second, but did anybody oh wait, I was playing it, you guys didn't even see it. Oh my God, I'm sorry guys. God, this is why I need a producer and a director. Okay, I'll come back to that. But did you not see, so people were saying, of course, the first thing, right? Again, predictive programming. Everyone was saying aliens, right? Like, and my friends were like, yeah, I think that was aliens. Like, I believe in aliens. It was totally aliens. I'm like, that did not look like any flying object that I've ever seen. Of all the UFO videos in the last 40 years, I haven't missed one of them because I'm obsessed with like watching everything because I want to know who they really are. I don't believe what they just say. Oh, UFO. I'm with her. I start comparing them to the old ancient history and, stories, even in the Bible, right? And so I'm like, okay, all right. So this one though, you know me, my first thing is what is my instinct? And then I start questioning, is it my instinct? Is it my crazy, is it my head? Is it my so-called logic, right? And I'm like, honestly, it was dragon. I know. Don't flip out because I know you're like, oh, that's only in the movies. Why would they do CERN? Why would they restart CERN after 2 years on the eclipse and then shoot rockets at the moon? Like, we don't have enough stories in history that shit don't usually happen. Some good things happen during eclipses, but especially not this one. And they know that. They know. They just like to fuck with, the creator. Right? They just like to fuck with daddy. Like, what is wrong with you? But okay, all right. We're all psychopaths. We all deserve this because in my opinion, if we were doing right by the creator, right by Mother Earth, okay, right by spirit, if we were really good people, okay, with morals, with self-love, self-respect, this shit would have never got here. But no. It's just a lot easier to let people just take over, tell you what to do, and corrupt you. And then you're like, well, what am I going to do about it? There's not much I can do about it. Well, I'll tell you what, when you drop them and you start ignoring them, how many times I say this? You can't say it enough. And just look at your neighbors. Stop going to the Giant store, Target, any of those big stores. Stop going anywhere in these places. Cancel all your, Comcast. Like literally, get your own water. Stop buying bottled water. Make your own water. Get a well. Go to your water department where you live. Find out what do they put in that water. Tell them to get, y'all get together and tell them no more fluoride in the water. There's places that where the law, they don't even let you collect your own rainwater. Are you kidding me? But no, we're just like, whatever. I get it. Sometimes life is too much. But that's why we're at where we're at. So it's not about us being crazy. We are being led by psychopaths. Not intelligent people, not experts. I don't mean that they're, I always call them imbeciles because obviously you have to be an imbecile to want to kind of run the chance of hurting, maybe even annihilating everybody on Earth because you want to play the crazy scientist. Okay? No, we didn't need that. And how about you read some Bible stories? Maybe you don't have to believe in Christ. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Everything they're doing is not people that are atheists that really believe in science. They're fucking doing shit that I know, occult people, Satanists, you could say it. It's a religion, right? Some schools are even letting it happen. Don't even get me started with that one either. But I get it. Keep sending the kids to school. Keep letting the babysitter that you paid for, that is holding you hostage, enslaving you, because you're like, well, who's going to take my kid where I'm going to work? I get it. You got to figure something else out. But you know what? I already know. See, that's where my predictions, and that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about overall on Locals, because I don't, no. Only for those that are worthy can handle the truth. That's why we're going to be on Locals. I'm going to say this on Locals. But let me finish this video, and I'm going to read your chats and see what's up. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for smashing that like button. And subscribe if you haven't.
To open the portal. NASA's mission.
I did it again.
During the eclipse to shoot a
Do I
rocket
rewind?
into the
Because
sun.
I don't
Okay.
really know.
Video
Where did I leave
of
it
that
off?
globe up there that's burning bright. The imposter that is not our real sun.
The imposter's the sun. She's claiming the sun is not real. Or at least the latest one.
And y'all, when I tell you, I'm shook. No, I'm shook. But before I show you that, I want to show you this video from the eclipse. The one that gave me the answers I needed. The one that left everybody, I'm assuming, especially the person taking the video, completely in shock, awe,
How you doing?
and utterly confused. This was directly during the eclipse, and the moon is now moving away. Guys, it is vital you watch what the moon does here.
What do you guys think? Is that big enough for you? Oh.
What is that? Yeah, what is that?
What is
You
that?
guys just saw that with your own eyes. Directly after the
You don't
total
need,
eclipse,
hold
that
on one
moon or
second.
whatever it was.
You do not need Netflix, okay? We got enough on social media. Who needs to watch Netflix? Look at this.
Moved away from the sun.
Reality is better than anything right now on Netflix. Hollywood done. Bye-bye.
And slid behind it. Yo, it wrapped around and slid behind it. It was like the moon had social anxiety. The attention, all the attention from the eclipse for the moon was just too much. And he's like, peace out, I'm dipping behind you. Which would explain why my sky view showed the sun in front of the moon after the eclipse. That is the artificial sun. Guys, this morning I woke up with the strongest discernment. Something about the sun is not real. So I went out and I took a video. I prayed, and like I said, I went to the Bible, but I was running late for an appointment. As I was there, I'm like, oh, I need to check out my videos. Oh, guys, what I found, I'm shook. I'm so glad I took screenshots of the video. This is my backyard. Here's the sun. And here's that ominous globe that we always get when we do videos, which is literally just a reflection of the sun that floats around, but it's a reflection of the exact sun. Imagine my shock and surprise when I zoomed in on it and I found this. Yeah, those are some whole ass geometric patterns. That is the reflection of that sun. As I was getting my nails done, I asked my niece, I'm going to zip back out and take some more pictures of the sun. Do you mind? She said, no, I'm curious now too. Check it out. Bible prophecies are unfolding right before our eyes. The sun is black as sackcloth. The moon is not giving its light. We are still in a form of an eclipse. They don't want us to know because CERN harnesses the powers of the eclipse to open the key to the bottomless pit, to open the portal. NASA's mission, the APEP mission, during the eclipse to shoot a rocket, well, into the sun, okay. APEP is the enemy of the sun disk, and his mission, his job is to, well, devour the sun. What a very strange, ominous name for a mission for NASA. It's all making sense. Here's one of the pictures I got of the sun and the sun glare. That is the sun's reflection. Okay, and that. But I discovered something even more eerie. Not only is its reflection got those geometric shapes in it, so does the sun. Look close. I tinked around with the contrast and the brightness to show you, but look, guys, even the ray itself has these geometric shapes in it. But look, the entire sun is made up of them. Here's a closer, better view of it. You guys, that...
Like, you know what I'm saying? Talk about a hologram in the Matrix, huh? Come on. Come on now. There was a lot more videos of shit like lightning coming out of the moon during the eclipse. But everybody in the world happened to see these dragons I was talking about from different places in the world. How are these dragons showing up in totally different places in the world at the same time? Unless there's more than we know. Because if you take it and you pause it and you slow-mo it, that is no alien. And that is no mistake. Prove me wrong. Change my mind.
That's what they're trying to make us believe is our sun. That is a whole ass artificial sun. And check out its reflection again. I put my eclipse glasses over my camera and took a video. Guys, watch this. Boom, it literally focuses in on these geometric shapes. Guys, this isn't one of those freak once-in-a-lifetime sightings where you might think, hey, is this a filter? Is she tricking us or not? No, I would truly tell you, go out and look for yourself. Get your camera, get your phone, and go look. Just like the solar simulator patented in the 1960s, artificial sun first used in 2017, also an eclipse year. I also noticed these really weird black smudges in all of the glares from the sun, like something is dirty. Look close, guys. I think I actually captured our sun in eclipse right behind it. Look at that right there. Do you see it?
You
The
see
ring
it? I
around
see it.
and the
I
black
see
in the
it.
middle. I think that's our sun in the eclipse. We've been NASA'd.
We've been NASA'd. Cute clothes, girl. Cute clothes. Well, why, thank you, William. My thank you. Because it's raining over here and I was having a hard time getting my hair. So it's like, fuck it. That's it. But I'm glad you think so. See? I mean, does it make you feel good? Okay. That's what I want. All right? And you guys could do the same for me, not just with your wonderful comments. Your support. If you haven't become a member, become a member. Locals. I'm going on locals. I put the link in the live chat, but it's also in the description below. But the one in the live chat is directly to the stream that I'm doing right after this. And before I wrap it up, a little more of a tease. Now I got the Rational Texan over here, who is a great supporter. Much love. Hey, the Rational Texan. Hope you're still watching and listening to me live. So you gave me 2 links. Let me click on it. So these are 2 different videos, right? So one is for Tom. Oh, today's video got the God mode. Mm-hmm. So are you telling me that because honestly, I want to tell the whole audience that it's really because of people like you that I've done so many reactions. You know that, the Rational Texan. You, and I can think of a few names that are coming to me right now, Carrie Lewis, Tanya. Haven't seen her in a while, but, you guys are the reason. And so, they don't appreciate you, the Rational Texan. They don't realize that you are the reason. Let them know from me that you know, like you're behind. Anyway, you got the point. So okay, so one is you're saying. So here's my question to you, the rational Texan. Today could be your lucky day, or I could wait till Monday. What do you think? So there's two. So you gave me two options. You don't care which one. Or how about in which order do you want them? The Adam Calhoun. I know you know I always say his name wrong. Walking Through Hell. Or God Mode. And I know the God Mode from Tom McDonald, he just dropped it today. So what do you guys think? Who wants to vote? And you bet give thanks to the Rational Texan because he's the reason. If I do a reaction today, I'm thinking it maybe after my re-stream. So I could do my re-stream on locals. Finish going down some holes over there with you guys. You know what I mean? Uncensored. And then come back on the boob tube and do a live reaction on one of those two. So a separate live stream. Or I'll just prep and be ready for Monday. Locked and loaded, but do I flip a coin? The Rational Texan, or do I put a vote up? I'll put a vote up. Maybe that's the best thing. I'll put a vote up and then Monday I do it. Which one gets voted for, the highest votes gets that would be the first one that I do and then the next one following. Because I love you, the Rational Texan. You're a sweetheart. You really are. You're such a great supporter. And you've been there with me when I'm crying. And you've never left me. And so, all right, vote. I like the idea. So I'll do it on Monday. Because I need to prep real quick. I gotta, do my little thingy on the side. But let me just tell you, I'm going to get into this right here. Okay. Like I said, I don't like to talk about these idiots because they're really idiots. But apparently there's a lot of idiots in the world because I got a lot of following. But this is something that I'm like, when everybody comes to me with problems, relationship problems specifically, whether they're dating or in a marriage, I haven't seen people act like this. Shit. I don't think this has ever publicly happened like this, until recently. And the fact that this goes on the boob tube or Rumble or again, whatever, here on Twitter, shout out to Tree who posted this. But let me just play how not to be this is how not to be a man. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how to be a lowlife, disgusting, emasculated. Gotta be. I think he hates himself and he hates women. I'm telling you straight up. But shout out to Tree for this post. And I love how she calls Rolo Tomasi Grandma Tomasi. So funny. But the point is, okay, watch this. And then we're gonna get into this and we can come back. But watch this. Listen to this.
Cool.
So are we gonna bring up your situation?
Hold on, we got some more here.
Come on. Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
Let's take the elephant out of this room.
Okay, so who doesn't know about
Your
this
situation.
So apparently, I forget the one guy's name, right? But they're both the partners and fresh and fit. One's fresh, one's fit, whatever. And it's just the stuff has been running around the internets with how he got this girl that he was hooking up with pregnant, and how she released this phone call they had that she recorded about how, she's pregnant, and he's like, okay, like take care of it. You know what I mean? Like, get rid of it. Like, it's a no-brainer kind of a thing. So a lot has transpired from it. So you can do your research yourself. We can get into it at some other live stream, or again, in a bit over on Locals. We'll definitely get into it. But so they're all sitting here doing this podcast. I don't even know what podcast they're on. I just saw this earlier this morning. And it's like, okay, she just says the obvious, like, no one's going to mention the fact that this guy, it's been all over the news, and he's always talking about calling people out, and he's honest, and he's the man, and he can fucking take anything. And yet he's always fucking losing it like a bitch. Watch.
What is that?
So
This
she goes,
situation?
Hold on, we got some more here.
Come on. Let's talk
and
about
the thing
it.
is, all the people that are in that room, They all look familiar to me. I might not know their name, but they have a podcast. And these are people like giving advice, or they're supposed to be the experts in their. This is just disgusting. This whole clip.
I don't
So
have any.
are we gonna bring up your situation?
Hold on, we got some more here.
Come on. Let's talk about it.
Talk about what?
Let's take the elephant out of this room.
What are you talking about?
I think that's smart. Like, let's get this elephant out of this room. There's nothing to hide, right?
Your situation.
We're adults. We can handle this. We're talking. We're on a podcast. That's what we do.
What's that?
With your
There's a situation.
Fresh, I got one question for
the
you.
baby.
Fresh. Do you now think that? Do you
So
now?
what do you think about like her talking about her child? How about your child?
Do you now
What
think?
child?
Yeah, what child?
All right,
Oh,
before, did you see what the video I did on that?
No.
Then
I
shut
don't
up.
watch your show.
Then
watch
shut
it,
up.
yeah,
Then
watch
shut
it.
the fuck up.
There you go. There you go. Then shut the fuck up. Love, what a great comeback. Wow, the man of the year over
Well,
here.
we should. This is what the internet wants. You know, the internet wants to know
Here's
about
the thing.
what's
I addressed it
happening with
already.
you.
I exposed her. She's a liar.
This is what when women are complaining about why men treat them like shit. If women would just stop going on these guys' shows, number one, okay? So women, you're screwed. You got to say no, okay? But no, you go on these shows. And then this guy gets away with it so often. And for the losers out there that never get women to speak to them for obvious reasons, it's just easier to be like, she's a hoe, instead of, no, you're a loser. And what I mean by loser, it's not an insult, honey. If you're going, this guy, what has he got? What has he got? What has he done for humanity? What's his history? What's his Nobel Prize? I mean, just anything, please tell me. Now, just anybody now can get a podcast and get enough attention, and that's it. And now they're the authority on subjects that this guy has no experience with. All he has experience with is I have a deep insecurity. I hate women because I definitely have a hard time with women because they don't want me, and then maybe because I really want a man. So that's another whole story. But the guy next to him, like, oh, come on. These people are not what women are dying to be with. And they know it. If it wasn't for their podcast, they wouldn't even get any, JJ. Anyway, even if they are, oh, no. And she did a live. Oh, okay. I know. I keep interrupting. All right. This is short. 2 minutes.
Who cares? Like, he still nutted in her.
Who cares?
He nutted in her. He came in her. He was telling her that she was his girlfriend. She was
All right.
kissing all up on her. Like, why are you lying?
Yo.
Why you had to lie to her?
Yo.
So,
I already did a video addressing all of this where I debunked it with evidence and facts and 1080p video. Okay? So how about you watch that video? Then you could come in and ask questions like that because you don't know.
I did see that video. Thanks to Tree, she posted it, dude. You're in total denial. This is not the way you talk if you're a man. And yeah, you're right. I just saw some quick
what
post.
the fuck you're talking about, all right?
okay.
What are we talking about, honey? That's my point. What are we talking about? Who the F are you? What are you the authority in? Where's your list? Where's your track record of expertise? Please. Come on, man. Stay in your lane. Talk shit, but don't act like, oh, no, who you are. Oh, wait, well, she didn't say that, first of all. Like, you're acting defensive because you feel guilty, you feel bad, you know you don't have a good defense. That's how everybody acts. Okay, dude? Like, you need to up your game. You want to play games, make sure you up your game.
There's a bunch of legal proceedings going on behind the scenes that you probably can't comprehend because you're a fucking retard. So shut your fucking
So let's insult. So you're fucking retard. Wow. Again.
mouth about this topic because I already addressed it. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna leave.
Look at him. So he's God. Look at the anger and hate, but he has hate for himself. In order for him to hate women, he hates himself. So if you're a guy that you look up to this guy, you just got to know your idol hates himself. So maybe that's why you guys support him. Maybe that's why you guys give him all that money. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck.
Before you
Then get the fuck out. You disrespectful fucking hoes think you can talk.
Look at that. You just There's no other better way he could have answered.
Crazy, get the fuck up out of here, bro. I already addressed the shit. I did a fucking hour-long show where I brought her.
She said, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. And he did not address what she said. He went off. He got nasty for no reason. Can't handle his shit. Shows how low of a human he is with a horrible vocabulary, and he's in a group of people. He'd act like he's the only person in the room. I mean, there's so many levels of how does anybody watch this if their stomach doesn't turn. The worst part is not what he says. It's how everybody sits there. Watch.
Seats, fucking documents, etc. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is a cloud chasing whore.
That's
fucking
funny, man.
retard.
And they're laughing. But I get it. Sometimes you have a nervous laugh. But look at all these people in the room. Do you know all these people in the room? We're going to get into
don't
it.
think the same fucking.
Over on Olga's locals, you and me, my family, my community, you guys, if you haven't become a member, come join me. It's a coffee a month. You can cancel anytime. But you know what I mean? If you want to get into it, that's where we're going.
Retards, man.
I have a question.
Room temperature.
So, but he's not going to get canceled, right? Anybody else says retard, they get canceled, but not him. I'm not saying he should be. I'm not saying. I believe in free speech. You know that. It's not the point. It's look at these so-called adults that are known people. So they have influence. And this is the influence. I mean, between the witches of The View and these guys, I mean, what the? I get it. I mean, you should just give up. Because the good people are so good and nice, they're not making enough noise. And then the rest of the people, they're making any kind of noise because they're not in it to be good. They're just in it to, hi, attention.
IQ, talking shit.
I
Fucking dumbass.
See you hoes later. Let's shoot OnlyFans.
Look at him. Can you imagine being married to this guy? I mean, look at that face. That is not a loving face. I'm telling you straight up. That guy has to change his heart. It's not about who's right or wrong, dude. Elevate yourself, man. Bring some light to that heart.
And fucking incredible. Incredible.
Wow.
Just get out of here.
I have a question.
I'm not here to insult him. I'm here to point out how messed up the whole picture is. And we're watching it. Do you get it?
Fucking embarrassment to
Fresh, I
society.
have one more question.
Stupid ass
Fresh.
bitches.
Fresh. Does my vasectomy
Look at him,
tweet-
look at him, look at him. Huffing and puffing. Would he really act like that with a guy his size facing him? But look at these guys. These are men? What is this?
make any more sense?
And look at these
now?
girls. If I was a man, I wouldn't want any of these women either. But these women do not represent the entire fucking world. And in fact, people need a reality check. Because since the beginning of time, it's never been about the way you look or the money that you have. The shit only happens, the happiness only happens when we are good people and we have skills and self-worth. People don't appreciate me because they think I look good. If they do, because, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. For some people, I might look good. For other people, I look horrible. I sound, who knows? That's fine. But those who get to know the person who has a good heart will be surprised and go, wow, I wasn't into you. But now that I got to know you, you're amazing. You get that? I'm going to wrap it here, but I'm going to see you in a few minutes, like 5 minutes, over our locals. Much love. Thank you so much. Make sure to comment below if I missed your comment. I'll reread it later. Do the timestamps. Seriously, guys, much love. Many blessings, but I'm telling you, this isn't over. We're just getting started. The best part is coming right now over on Locals. See you there.